these 18C type laws that you might have heard of, or anti-vilification laws as they're being called. In a recently released inquiry into anti-vilification protections from the Legislative Assembly Legal and Social Issues Committee in the Victorian Parliament, it included 36 recommendations, some of which would be constituted in the most significant restrictions on freedom of speech ever considered. Now, these, as the report says, are not just in Victoria, in Australia, but also in the Western world. That's incredible, isn't it? So here's what is proposed, that any speech a person merely considers hateful could be outlawed, and not just on the basis of race or religion, but also in relation to their gender, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, sex characteristics, intersex status, disability, and HIV or AIDS status. You can see how this is a can of worms with a report that is released that has got support not only from the Victorian government, but even from some in the opposition. That's where it gets like a can of worms. The recommendations of the inquiry that they say will end hate speech. Now, what they really are saying is they'll sanction it, because they'll accept that there are certain groups of people that they will agree with the new order that they have put in place, and that would include such groups as Extinction Rebellion, and they'll also include groups that are, say, Black Lives Matter. That they'll be all fine because it won't be hate speech. But if Margaret Court, or if Israel Folau, or if somebody says something in the media, it might be Andrew Bolt, then suddenly those words will become hate speech in the new laws that are being sought for Victoria. But as we read under this particular report, it is possible that they could be extended further. You see how dangerous this sort of stuff is, and a good article in the Herald Sun written by Morgan Begg.